__ on Twitter and at Molat Sport Gists on Instagram. Please welcome Molat. Mansura Omowumi Olatunji. How are you doing, Molat?
I'm feeling good. Good evening, Lagos.
No ill health today, yeah? All right. You've met Prosper. You've met Molat. We'll take a break. When we come back, the two of them will open the arguments and then go head to head on Fan Battle 3.
Bank with that. Where they go? And they go open the Vodani Safe and Win account. Sharp. The promo for this year don't start. And it go finish for January 31st, 2023. See and see apply, shall. For more to visit www.davodani.mfb.com.
Enter the place and brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting make us all the shine. Lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair. So you want to slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. You wonder how I shine like this. I'm on a lush hair, be the coco. Say you want to know. And if you wanna be fine like me, I can show you where to go. A lush hair, be the coco.
Beautiful people know how to make an impression, and that's why they only trust Lush Hair Extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush Hair, be beautiful.
Exciting news for all fashionpreneurs and fashion enthusiasts. You too can become a fashion entrepreneur. All you need to learn about the business of fashion, start up your own brand, and become a voice in the fashion world is available, and the training is 100% free. Simply download the Wazobia Academy app from the Google Play Store or iOS. Sign up for free and get trained online by experts in the fashion industry. It's smart and easy. You can access your training on your mobile phones without data after the first download and study at your own pace. Wazobia Academy. Learn and lead. This free training is brought to you by Wazobia Academy with support from ESMOD and the French Embassy in Nigeria.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business never say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep an eye on things that matter, like people, cash flow, and how it all adds up. They do not only know their onions, they know their numbers. They mean business. With Number, you mean business. Visit www.number.com, that is NOMBA, number.com to get started.
I find the strength I need.
Mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
If you get business, na rain money business loan sure. You no go pay any money for the first 4 weeks. And once you clear the balance, your next loan will reach 99% more money with interest rate way better pass. Just enter internet, type rainmoney.com or call 0700 5500. Need money? Rain money.
Heineken is specially brewed with 100% natural ingredients for that ever-refreshing first sip of...
This is a beer ad, right?
I need more passion, more sound effect, more gege, more!
Specially brewed with 100% natural ingredients. A unique horizontal brewing process that delivers that refreshing first sip of Heineken.
Perfect!
Heineken, not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Enjoy responsibly.
Voting is not a burden. It is a right and a responsibility. It is the route we have to make our voices heard. Voting unites our voices. It unifies our clamor. With your PVC, with my PVC, we can all tell the story of what should be, not what could have been. Don't be left out. Get your PVC today. Remember, your vote is your voice. This message is brought to you by Y Monitor for the Future Project.
You don't wait for life. You go to meet life. Morning after morning, cup after cup, with the stimulating aroma and rich creamy taste of Nescafe Original 3-in-1. Available at 70 naira per sachet. And for every 8 sachets you buy this month, you get 1 sachet absolutely free. Start strong, finish strong. It all starts with a Nescafe. T's and C's apply.
There is something every woman gets when they become mothers. She knows when her family is in pain, and she knows better than to allow red moments linger. With fast-acting and effective M&B paracetamol tablet, the red one, and its pleasant tasting pineapple flavor syrup for children. She sends aches and pains far away from her family. Mothers who know trust May and Baker for its over 70 years of quality experience. Give aches and pain the red card with M&B paracetamol. If symptoms persist after 2 days, please consult your doctor. M&B paracetamol. Pain can't stop you.
Hello, sir.
I forbid.
Good morning.
I forbid.
Good day. My name is...
I forbid.
Good morning, madam.
I forbid.
Hello, how are you?
I forbid.
Hello, ma. My name is...
I forbid.
Oh, I forbid what? What?
I forbid you to pay your rent yearly ever again. Starting from now, you can pay your rent in small monthly installments. Just send rent by WhatsApp chat to 090-5353-5333 or visit rent.creditclan.com. And in less than 5 minutes, you are free from the fear of finding all that money to pay your rent forever. Terms and conditions apply. Powered by Credit Clan.
It's time for ShowPrice Big Low Price Carnival. Get ready for affordable offers on show-stopping deals for families of every size.
Buy 6 cans of Coca-Cola, Fanta or Sprite at 999 naira 99 kobo and Golden Mon 800 gram cereal for 1,699 naira 99 kobo.
Don't miss out on these unbelievable deals and more.
Price is valid till the 26th of June 2022.
You don't wait for life. You go to meet life. Morning after morning, cup after cup, with the stimulating aroma and rich creamy taste of Nescafe Original 3-in-1. Available at 70 naira per sachet. And for every 8 sachets you buy this month, you get 1 sachet absolutely free. Start strong, finish strong. It all starts with a Nescafe. T's and C's apply.
99.3 Nigeria Info.
Your #1 station for talk. Let's talk.
Hi, I'm Femi Daniels. For the last dozen years of my media career, I've dedicated myself to raising an army, a big sport broadcast army, made up of individuals who've gone from being just fans of the game to giants of the sport broadcast landscape. It's been my pride, privilege, and honor, but my job is not done. time to raise a new army, the next generation. Join me and my team, Femi and the gang, from 7 to 9 p.m. Mondays to Friday on 99.3 Nigeria Info for the third and biggest season of the Fan Battle. Starting Monday, June 13 to Friday, July 15. 1 million naira grand prize, a seat at the table, and you get to be part of it all. Catch the Fan Battle in football's hottest war zone, live on radio, also on the Nigeria Info app and our Facebook and YouTube live streams. For sponsorship support and advertising, call 0808 5020 280 or 0809 303 1103. The Fan Battle Season 3. Let the battle begin.
What up, guys? It's Ladi Poe, and you are listening to Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info. But you knew that.
Hi guys, I'm Thierry Henry and I'm hanging out with Femi and the gang. Nigeria Info.
My name is Osazel Denge. Keep listening to Femi and the Gang on Nigeria Info FM.
Femi, Madrid has a special place in your heart. It's either Madrid,
breaking the group. You look at the last
fight. I didn't know Alex and Chidi want to start their own family.
Breaking
a three-horse race. If the starts are there, it's not even allowed
Chidiberry and Alex last night trying to hijack the fan battle from the contestants. And they went into a quarrel that went on and on and on. It only reminds me, perhaps, Counter has to come back. And Adeze and I were talking in the studio about some of the most tempestuous of those fan battles. And an idea, what would it sound like having Overdose go against Adeze?
Overdose. Overdose is a troublemaker normally when it comes to argument and football. He would make it very, very feisty. Okay. Yeah, he has a loud voice, but I can go toe to toe with Overdose.
Okay, we'll bring Counter back, and we'll also do Overdose versus Bucci. That would be interesting. Yeah, we'll put Sam up against one of them. They use him to mop the floor.
If you want a conversation, I'm up for it. Not an argument.
All right. You've met our two contestants tonight for the second and final battle of the night, which is the 18th in the series. Third place finisher from Group B, Prosper Ubani. Winning finisher, top dog in, well, I have to be careful. Not everybody like to be referred to as top dog, but top contestant in Group A, Monsurat Omawumyolatunji Molat. My two friends, are you ready to go?
We are good to go.
You're good to go.
Yeah.
Okay, so straight to the topic. 1 minute of opening arguments, 2 minutes of head-to-head, and 1 minute of closing arguments. The topic: would Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi have achieved as much success as they have already had if they played in the 90s or early 2000s? Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, would they have achieved as much success as they've had if they had played in the 90s or early 2000s? It would be an interesting debate. Listen attentively to Prosper and Molat. And you may have an opinion, but your opinion may not be the whole essence in this conversation. Look at who impresses you most of the two. Prosper is the guy, Molat, the lady. We're streaming live on Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. We're streaming live on YouTube, on our official Nigeria Info YouTube channel. It is embedded live on our official Twitter handle at Nigeria Info. We are streaming, that's at Nigeria Info FM. We're streaming live on the Nigeria Info mobile app. You can take us with you wherever you go. So let's go and do battle. Prosper, the position you picked when we put this into a lottery, which may or may not reflect your actual opinion on the matter, is yes. You say yes. Messi and Ronaldo would have performed, would have achieved as much success if they had played in the 90s or early 2000s? Molat picked no, they wouldn't have. Again, the positions they are defending is not their own personal opinion. They picked these positions by blind chance. Whether they agree or not, they have to defend what they pick. So, do not let your personal opinion cloud how you vote. Vote based on who you enjoyed listening to more. Prosper, your contestant one for the night. I'll give you 1 minute to opening your argument as to why you are convinced that Messi and Ronaldo would have performed and succeeded just as well had they been around in the 90s and early 2000s. Your minute starts now.
Since the Ballon d'Or and the FIFA Best Player started, Ronaldo and Messi have dominated the awards more than any other player. In fact, the duopoly have won the award a total of 11 times for the FIFA FIFA World Best and 12 times for the Ballon d'Or. Lionel Messi getting 7 and Ronaldo getting 5. And then for the FIFA Best, Ronaldo getting 5 and Lionel Messi getting 6. So these players dominated from 2008 to 2017, five times apiece. That has never happened. So what happened is they came to football. It's just like bought a house, break it down, raise it, then rebuilt it all over again to something different. That was what they did to football. They raised the bar and took it to a new level, and they are the benchmark of football. Whoever you want to judge when it comes to football now, Ronaldo and Messi are the standard. So if they had played in the 90s, of course, they would have performed very well.
Thank you very much. Your points clearly taken, and the audience appreciates that effort. So, opening salvo thrown by Prosper, whose opinion is that Messi and Cristiano Ronaldo would have performed just as well had they been around in the 90s and early 2000s. The position Molat had picked from the blind draw is no, they would not have performed so well, succeeded so well. They would not have succeeded so well. You have 1 minute, Molat, to tell us why they would not have achieved as much success as they have achieved in this era. Your time starts now, Molat.
Yeah, good evening, Lagos, and this is Molat. I'm here to break it out to you that our favorite player of the time, Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi, wouldn't have achieved this much if they have played in the 90s or early 2000s. Just like my competitor said, he said they started winning since 2008. These are not early 20s. These are not early 2000s. So then we have to look at the rules guiding football as at that time and the kind of players that we have. We are not talking of the era of Maguire in the defense, on those kind of players like Kepa in the pole. We are talking of the era where referees doesn't care if you are kicked or not. But right now, just touch Lionel Messi shirt or pull Cristiano Ronaldo, then you get a yellow card. They call it foul. There are rules that now favor players. They are now protecting players, unlike when we play the football we saw in the 90s. And now, if we are judging by awards and everything, every year where we have
round of that point,
every year where we have Ballon d'Or or FIFA awards, people keep complaining that the winner is actually not supposed to be the winner. But back then, anyone that wins the award is very obvious to the blind to see.
Okay. Please, when the bell goes, if you are rounding off an idea, just round it off. Be time conscious, just round it off, and we'll leave it at that. In any case, you'll have plenty of time to espouse your positions and expand on them. Are you guys ready to go head to head? I will set the clock for 2 minutes, and you can argue this topic out. And please, we're live streaming on Facebook and Twitter. Follow the live stream, vote on Facebook and Twitter as soon as you have made up your mind. Okay? So let's have the head-to-head. Prosper versus Molat. The time is ticking. Hold on. I have to reset that clock because I hadn't turned on your mic. So the clock is set now. Let's go.
So Molat, I would like you to tell me which player you would have preferred or would have done better than Ronaldo and Messi in the 90s. or early 2000.
Actually, I'm not here to lecture you
Now,
on
that's the
players of
problem.
the
Now,
90s.
that's the problem.
First, you said
Now-
they
now, I asked you a
rebuilt
question. You didn't want to-
football.
you didn't want to
It's like
answer.
comparing a primary two
let me break it
student
down for you.
telling
Let
a
me break
primary
it
two
down for you.
student mathematics
Let me break
class
it down for
that
you,
he can
Molat.
solve
Molat,
the y,
listen,
the
let me
x.
break it down
Football
for you.
is
Let
not
me break
about
it down for you,
Instagram in the
Molat.
90s.
Who have scored the most goals in football? Ronaldo, Messi.
Even if I train very well, I will score more goals when I face the likes of Maguire and Kepa in football. We are talking of era of Roberto Carlos. We are talking of Cafu. We are talking of Paolo Maldini. All these players we allow you to showboat, but in the 90s nobody will allow you to showboat because there are rules that tells it's either you go out or you go home in the 90s. But now football is about social media. Football is about stats and figures. Back then nobody cares about how many minutes you played on the pitch of play. They care about what you are get to deliver. But now once you have access to Instagram and YouTube, you are already a world class.
The truth is that it's a disservice to Ronaldo and Messi for you to compare them with players of the 90s.
My dear brother, Messi and Ronaldo will not showboat in front of Gattuso. They will not showboat in front of Cafu. Have you ever watched Paolo Maldini before? Do you even know who Paolo Maldini is? The only defender that came close
football now has become more technical. Football now is more difficult. Football now has.
There is nothing difficult about football because there are a lot of rules that are not supporting the players. We are talking of areas where nobody cares about your mental health. Any small mistake now, players hide under the umbrella of mental health. Back then, football is meant for men, and not just men, but men with balls.
Have it in mind that they want to either injure Ronaldo or Messi. That's what they want to do.
The last time Messi faced Sergio Ramos, he was wailing on the floor calling for referees. Back then, defenders will eat you and referees will tell you to get up. It's you are here to play or you are not.
Ronaldo and Messi should actually be compared to clubs, not even players.
All right, hold on. So I enjoyed the debate. It would have been better if things were clearer. I was able to pick your voices because it's male versus female, even though Prosper's got a high-pitched voice himself. That said, I'm going to give you guys one more minute of debate to try and make this point. After which, I mean 1 more minute of head-to-head, just so that you can wrap this conversation up, and then it will be closing argument. The clock is ticking.
So, Ronaldo and Messi should not be compared to players. They should be compared to clubs, because Ronaldo has about 34 trophies. Messi has 40. That's even higher than Man City and Chelsea. So these players should be compared to clubs. They score goals that clubs should score.
It's head to head, by the way.
12 players. Not even just only them. They score.
No,
like
it's head to head.
Messi scored 91 goals. 91 goals in a calendar year.
See, anyway,
Messi, 91 goals.
In the 20 football, it's not like you are playing FIFA or PES because anybody can score from anywhere.
Check the record of
Marcelo. Check the record of Sergio Ramos. Because their scoring doesn't make them the world best. We are talking of eras. Just go to YouTube and check what people are playing in the 90s. They are playing for passions and not money. Now we see players crying for higher wages weekly.
Ronaldo and Messi,
they sweat and bleed to just kick the ball.
That these other teams cannot compete.
A record that they started in 2008. We are talking of 90s. We have Ronaldo back then. Ronaldo will not dare to show up in front of a Paolo Maldini.
We are sharing Ballon d'Or like APC and PDP sharing political positions in Nigeria. That's what they did.
Thank you very much. Thank you very much. The head-to-head ends there. I'll give you 1 minute each. Apologies to you, Molat. You had assumed that it was a closing argument. I gave you 1 extra minute, actually, which was why I had to prompt you to. And I like your response. Oh, I thought it was. All right. Interesting debate. 1 minute to close your argument. Prosper, your 1 minute is set. Are you ready to go?
Yes.
Or you need a breather? You need a breather.
Yeah. Let's go. Let's go.
Are you sure?
Yeah, let's go.
Okay. For a minute, close your argument, Prosper. It starts now.
So if you check the EPL, Bundesliga, the Spanish league, you see that in EPL, the highest goal scorer in a single season is Salah, 32 goals. But these players in the 90s, they couldn't even score up to 30 goals a season, apart from Thierry Henry. But Messi has 50 goals in La Liga in a single season. The people that comes close to them are even Lewandowski. Our players are playing now. If you go to Italian Serie A, the same thing. Check everywhere. If you want to compare Ronaldo and Messi, you have to go to as far back as Pele, Maradona, not even in the 90s. See, The players in the 90s should be very happy Ronaldo and Messi were not in their era. If not, the awards they won, they wouldn't have won it. If you check Zinedine Zidane, the awards he won, best player, he was scoring 5 goals, 7 goals. What's that? Ronaldo and Messi were scoring 90-something goals. One person. Messi scored in a season 73 goals and 29 assists. One person in 37 games. Can you imagine that? That's phenomenal. Like that's unimaginable. These guys were playing unreal football. And everybody saw it. I'll just end with telling you this. Ronaldo and Messi played the beautiful game. Ronaldo and Messi has enjoyed more fame in the game. Comparing them to all these other players who get to the same result, and pitting them against players from the 90s will just make your argument look lame, like Truman would rhyme.
All right. Thank you very much. Please, when the bell goes, just wrap that argument, keep it short. Don't drag it on and on. Just keep it short, finish the idea. But I thoroughly enjoyed your closing argument. Molat, it's your turn to close your argument. Your time is set for a minute.
Cristiano Ronaldo and Messi will score a lot of goals in this modern era football, and there's a reason experts call it modern eras. It's like telling them that you are shit without telling them they are shit. Because in the 90s, defenders will not allow you to show both in front of them. They will not watch you to play as if you are the one that registered them in the academy. They are ready for the legs if they meet the ball. But we saw what happened in the Champions League final, where a defender is doing an all-looking marking. I've never heard of that word before. It is this modern era that we hear something like a defensive striker. That have never occurred before. Football rules are now changing the game, and now it's all about the social media, the numbers. Back then, nobody cares how many minutes you play on the pitch of play. They just want to see what you want to deliver. And Cristiano Ronaldo or Messi will not be showboating in front of Gattuso. We saw what they did in their time. We have someone like Jab Stamp, and you're talking about winning Ballon d'Or record. The records and the awards that are valid back then was when Stamp won back-to-back best defender in the Champions League, where we have a Roberto Carlos coming second on the FIFA best. But right now, when players won award, people question the organizers. Thank you.
Thank you very much. Appreciate your arguments. It is done. It is done. Now, it's now in the hands of the audience and the panel to determine who impressed more. That decision will be made soon. We're streaming live on Facebook and Twitter. Go there and vote for either Prosper or Molat. When we come back from this short timeout, we will go to the audience via the phone lines, after which we will come to the panel and then to social media. Fan Battle Season 3 returns in a jiffy.
More talk, news, and sports after this.
Time to raise a new army, the next generation. Join me and my team from 7 to 9 p.m. Mondays to Friday on 99.3 Nigeria Info for the third and biggest season of the Fan Battle, starting Monday, June 13 to Friday, July 15. 1 million naira grand prize, a seat at the table. Catch the Fan Battle live on radio, also on the Nigeria Info app and our Facebook and YouTube live streams. For sponsorship support and advertising, call 0808 50 or 0809 303 1103. The Fan Battle Season 3. Let the battle begin.
Enter the place and it brighten. Make everybody they wonder. Waiting me cause all the shine. Lush hair. Long hair or short doesn't matter. Crochet or dreadlocks can be better. Only for girls we know better. Lush hair. So you want to slay? Slay with swag. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. Straight or curly. You know they tango. Lie. Gotta be lush hair. Gotta be lush hair. You wonder how I shine like this. I'm
extensions to bring out the shine in them. Lush hair, be beautiful.
I find the strength I need every time that I look into your eyes. How when the night comes, you hold me in your arms and you say, I'll never let you go, my sweet baby. You'll never let me down. No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day. No matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Hello, sir.
I forbid.
Good morning.
I forbid.
Good day. My name is.
I forbid.
Good morning, madam.
I forbid.
Hello, how are you?
I forbid.
Hello, ma. My name is.
I forbid.
Oh, I forbid what? What?
I forbid you to pay your rent yearly ever again. Starting from now, you can pay your rent in small monthly installments. Just send rent by WhatsApp chat to 090-5353-5333 or visit rent.creditclan.com. And in less than 5 minutes, you are free from the fear of finding all that money to pay your rent forever. Terms and conditions apply. Powered by Credit Clan.
Heineken is specially brewed with 100% natural ingredients for that ever-refreshing first sip of...
This is a beer ad, right? I need more passion, more sound effect, more gege, more!
Specially brewed with 100% natural ingredients. A unique horizontal brewing process that delivers that refreshing first sip of Heineken.
Perfect!
Heineken, not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Enjoy responsibly.
Wake up! Dad, wake up! Wake up! Conga is here!
Enjoy the Conga Media Shopping Festival deals and free delivery in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Plus a 10% discount when you pay with your Access Bank card from now to the 30th of June.
Conga, the e-commerce group you trust.
You are listening to your number one station for talk.
Your number one station for talk.
99.3 Nigeria Info. Let's talk.
Hi everyone, Martin Tyler here, English Premier League commentator, UEFA Champions League commentator, and assistant manager of Woking Football Club. You're listening to Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigeria Info FM.
Welcome back. Before the break, Prosper and Molat went at it. Would Cristiano Ronaldo and Lionel Messi have been just as successful? Would they have achieved as much had they played in the early 90s? Had they played in the 90s or early 2000s? Prosper said yes, they would have. Molat said, well, hell no, they wouldn't have. And both of them went at it head to head, closed their argument, tried to make a case. Did they do enough? Time to find out. We'll vote via phone lines. Bests of 7 will win 20 percentage points available to our callers. Then we'll come to the panel for a whopping 60 marks. Shared 3 ways between Chuma, Sam, and Adeze. The final 20 is split between Facebook and Twitter. If you haven't voted on social media, go and vote now. I guess there's still a few minutes to the end on Twitter, I would suppose. Do we have a final result? No, you still have some minutes. So go there and vote while you can. You have 8 minutes left. also on Facebook. First, though, by the way, on Twitter, we are at Nigeria Info FM. On Facebook, Nigeria Info 99.3. We're also streaming on the Nigeria Info mobile app. So let's do this.
Just a reminder of the number you can dial, 0700 993 993 993. That's for everyone, 0700 993 993 993. And just for our female callers, 01465 7190 suffice. That's 01465 7190. Over to the phone lines now.
Excellent. Hi there.
Yeah, good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, my name is Mike.
Mike, welcome.
Yeah, from Mogido.
Good. So you heard the debate. Who impressed?
Yes, I did. Yeah, I'm going for Molat. She impressed me. I enjoyed her.
To be clear, you said Molat, yeah?
Yes.
Okay. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. So first vote goes Molat's way. Second voter. Hello, good evening.
Hello, good evening.
How are you?
My name is Andrea. I'm calling from Madras.
It's good to hear from you. You had Prosper, you had Molat. Who stole your heart?
I'm voting for Prosper.
Okay.
He was more convincing.
All right. Thank you very much. It's 1-1 between them. Hi there. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening.
Yes, how are you doing?
I'm fine, sir.
You heard the debates between
Yes, sir.
Prosper and Molat. Let's meet you first and tell us how you vote.
My name is Fola from Ikorodu.
Okay.
I vote for Mola.
Molat takes your vote. Thank you very much. And Molat goes 2-1 in the lead. Hi. Anybody home?
Hello, good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Nika calling from Atlanta.
Welcome. How are you doing? You had Prosper, you had Molat. Who won it for you?
Molat.
Molat takes your vote. Thank you very much. Appreciate it. 3-1 Molat leads. The next could be consequential. Hi there. Oh, turn off your radio. Come on. Okay, we'll have to go somewhere else. Hi there. Good evening and welcome.
Good evening, Femi.
Yes, please. How are you
Good
doing?
evening, Shuma and the other guys. I'm fine.
Okay.
This is Gideon from Abulegba.
Welcome, Gideon. Who stole your heart?
I will vote for Prosper.
Okay.
Prosper, I really appreciate his use of illustration when he described what Messi and Ronaldo did by using an illustration that says when somebody bought a house, demolished it, and then built something totally different from what was there before.
Yeah.
I really appreciate that. He used about 2-3 different illustrations.
Beautiful.
That really.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Gideon. We seem to have lost you. Illustrations are powerful tools for convincing your listener. Prosper trails by 2-3 for Molat. Hi there.
Hello.
Good evening.
Good evening.
Yes, please. Let's meet you.
Okay, this is Patience calling from Satellite.
Welcome, Patience.
Thank you. I think I'll give it to Prosper.
Prosper takes your vote.
Yes, sir.
Thank you. It is split even now. 3-3.
So do we say when you're patient, you prosper? Since
Yeah.
that's your name, right?
Yes,
That's
you know. 3-3. Prosper 3, Molat 3. This is the final vote. It carries consequence. Hi there.
Hello, good evening.
Good evening and welcome.
Yeah, this is Patrick calling from Okota.
Welcome, Patrick.
All right, thank you. I like the illustration of the guy, especially at the last, the closing remark. It was spot on. He mentioned the aspect of the goals that was scored by this Ronaldo and Messi compared to the striker of those days. So my vote will go for him.
So Prosper takes the vote. He had to fight from behind, but fight he did. He wins 4-3 via the phone votes, and he claims all 20 percentage points available for the callers at home. Interesting. 20 to nothing. 80 more to fight for. We come to the panel. Gentlemen and lady, it's in your hands now. Who's going first this time?
Let me go. First of all, very technical topic. Highly technical. You just have to be right on top of your game before you're able to have decent points. Also, a little bit favored Prosper.
Yeah.
Favored Prosper.
No doubt.
And his points were not convincing. He made a couple. Yes, the illustration was quite impressive, but I felt he would have dug deep, make good use of your advantage, dug deep, and then try to get answers to it. It's clear somehow that modern day football is maybe better off what we have. First of all, it's just so obvious. The lush green pitch these guys are enjoying today. Back in the day, we see some of the games, it's just all murky pitches, and then the players are going to get their dirty jerseys. There's no free flow of football. And secondly, the modern day football itself, the round leather game. Back in the day, the balls were quite heavier. These days, their technologies, aerodynamics have improved. The flight of the ball is amazing. And then Messi and Ronaldo, how did they get a lot of goals? Free kicks. And then when they hit those balls, the goalkeepers cannot judge accurately where the ball is going to. Then he's going to take a swerve, he's going to take a dip, and then he's going straight into the net, causing confusion everywhere. The defenders as well. So these are strong points you should have milked from. To mention, but if even the World Cup, the ball that was used in 2010, the Jabulan in South Africa.
I think those points would have even favored
sorry, I beg your pardon. Yeah. Not you. But I don't know. You guys didn't quite do your research properly. We are not joking here. 1 million naira is at stake. Dig deep, do your research. Maybe you guys don't know how to do some searching. Maybe you need to consult me. I teach you how to do some research when it comes to getting.
She already marketing how she get her share of that 1 million.
So there's nothing you have to. There's nothing you look when it comes to research. There's a lot of information to be used, and then you come with those points, and then you're already at advantage. Lagos have good ears. That's one thing about them. They know who is who. They know who is quality, and they know what they want to go for. But I felt you should have done it. You kept on talking about the defenders. There are a lot of points. The ball, the lush green pitch, and again, back in the day, players who had that advantage or disadvantage of everyone is just maintaining their position. My coach said I should play as a defender, but these days there's a greater degree of freedom. Defenders these days score goals for fun. Fullbacks, there's a lot of things you'd have countered in, but you didn't quite. It's really difficult. I don't know who to give this because. First of all, when I heard the topic, it also knocked me off a bit. If I were the one here, it would have made me to go extra length to look for, because the data is scarce. There's a paucity of data to fight, but I think I'll give it to Prosper. It's so difficult. I'll give it to Prosper.
So Prosper takes Adeze's vote, extending his lead 40 to nothing. 40 percentage points. Who goes next? Sam?
Yeah, the nephew.
the power tapper.
All right. No. I drink real wine.
I don't drink power wine anymore.
You should know that. Well, this is tough. But off of where we're coming from, Femi, this was a better battle, and I thoroughly enjoyed it. But except I was speaking double Dutch, I would say success is not limited to goals. As both of you sort of dwelled on.
Yep.
There are loads of other things. Trophies, stats, like Ada mentioned. There's a lot of things that define success. But you both focused mainly on that, the goals, the numbers, and all that. And I thought that was a bit of a sidestep for me. And, I also thought when you talk about the numbers, you said something about the numbers to be compared with other clubs. The numbers these guys have churned out is something that should be related with clubs, and that's actually true. Crazy figures by these two guys. But again, like Ada said, there was a lot to this that wasn't exploited. There really was a fertile ground that you guys didn't go into. But in terms of composure and all of that, again, the thing about this competition or arguments is if you bring out a point, even if it's one, for me, even if it's 1 point you brought out, the fact that you can lacerate that or expatiate or drag it to its fullest in terms of explanation can actually do you a lot of good than it is. There's a lot of focus on, let me drop 4, 5, 6 points, and then you don't end up convincing me on any. And I thought that's what you both kind of did today. But this felt like a sort of a derby, like a Madrid derby of some sort, and it was quite feisty, and it's difficult, really. I wish I didn't have to do this, but if there's a little extra from one of you, I think it's Prosper.
So Prosper takes 20 from Sam, effectively making him cross the threshold, meaning he has won this battle. 60 points, 20 from the callers. He won that 4-3. He's taken Adeze's 20 and Sam's 20. There are still 40 points in the hands of Chuma and social media. Chuma, how do you vote?
Yeah, I think that Sam just touched on something I was going to start with, which is mostly something I thought that Prosper was guilty of. Just, again, it's his own point, and that was something he tried to milk. That hammering on goals. Zidane didn't score goals. He was World Player of the Year, but he didn't score goals. Football doesn't start and end with goals. In fact, it's something I thought that Molat should have countered immediately, that there's more to football than goals. Unfortunately, these awards these days just seems to go to the highest goal scorer, and it's unfair to goalkeepers. And we know Oliver Kahn was second best in the world at the point. He was not a goal scorer, but because of his brilliance in 2002 at the World Cup, even though he conceded 2 against Ronaldo in the final as Brazil beat Germany to win that title. But yeah, he hammered on that and made it look like, the fact that these other guys didn't score goals back in the day meant they were not that good. Zidane's brilliance, like Okocha is like Ronaldinho. These guys, they don't play football in disguise this time around. They do more to the game than just the numbers of goals, which is the major thing he used to sell the Ronaldo and Messi thing to us. I thought that Molat again should have countered that. Also, Molat had a strong point with her argument about defenders. There's that talk too when people try to belittle or look down on the brilliance of Pelé with those goals he scored, and people who tell them, hey, that year referees didn't protect players as they protect them these days. Where we have VAR now, we have a chance for certain decisions to be looked upon again, and players could be sent off when in the past that could just slide and then you continue playing the game. So I thought she made sense in Molat speaking about the fact that, hey, back in the day you had Maldini, there was Cafu, there were the likes of Gattuso, Maldini, Cafu. These were very stringent defenders. Jaap Stam of Manchester United. It's not Harry Maguire, with all due respect to Maguire. And she made a point about Virgil van Dijk too. We eulogize Van Dijk and hype him so much, but we all know too that there's been the accusation towards Van Dijk that he doesn't face strikers. He's always looking from behind, and we saw him do that too in the Champions League this outgone season. So it looks like the quality of these defenders, take away Sergio Ramos, but we don't have too many who are as dogged as these bad guys in quotes that we had back in the day, which she hammered on and made sense as a point for her. But like Adeze said too, she should have spoken about the fact that it's easier, maybe not easier, but there are things that have been defined. It's like children of these days. The children of this generation are taller than the people that came from back in the day because they are eating food now that has even more nourishment around it, and science has come into ensuring that there's enhancement in what these youngsters take. And that's why almost everybody I know, the younger brother is always taller than the older one. My younger brother is taller than me, by the way. So these things happen because there's advancement in technology, and so it's given this current footballers the edge. So, and it's not just about football. In every sport, look at the records. In athletics, the fastest man in the world came from our generation. He beats the Carl Lewis and Co in the same boat. In basketball, Steph Curry has the highest number of 3-pointers. Doesn't mean that the guys who were playing before were not good, but it's just somehow there's advancement that has helped this current generation to do even better than the guys from the past. And I thought she should have hammered on that, but she didn't use that. As I wrap up now, I think that I'll be forced to have to pick a winner, courtesy of Flo. I thought Molat's made a mistake somewhere where she used the word that is not to be broadcast. And I thought that she should have known better because this is radio. So that will also count against her. I'll give my vote narrowly to the guy Prosper because of the fact that I thought he had a bit more flow than Molat. But it was a close battle.
All right. Interesting. So Prosper sweeps the panel votes, taking him to 80 points. Let's quickly go to social media. Facebook and Twitter. Have the votes closed there?
Yeah, on Facebook, the vote has come and the votes are done. On Twitter, we have the final results as well too. Just to remind you, the topic was, will Ronaldo and Messi have achieved as much success as they have had if they played in the 90s or early 2000s? One of the contestants got 59% of the votes on Twitter. The other was on 41%. It was closer than what we had in the first battle for sure. And the winner on Twitter is Molat. Over now to Facebook. It was a bit more close again compared to the first battle last year. Disparity in the percentage, and now you can have clarity. One of those contestants got 63% of the votes and the other got 37%. The winner on Facebook is Molat.
All right. So Molat takes social media, Prosper takes everything else. Very interesting. Very interesting. I think my colleagues have said everything that needs to be said. I will just add a few to it. Congratulations to you, Prosper. I think you deserve an applause. I mean, don't you think, guys?
Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I mean, so you've come here, you've done the job, you failed the last time, you lost your battle, and you were saved by the panel on that day, which is why you came here. You ended up third best in Group B, and you're going up against the very best of Group A. You were prepared and all of that. There could be more preparation. I think on the day, I kind of feel that you were a little more prepared than Molat for this contest, and I would tell you why. First, like Adezi had mentioned, and as Sam and even Chuma had expanded, and Molat, this is to you. There was so much emphasis on a narrow scope when it could have been broadened. Yes, you made a valid point, but I needed you to expand further. The defenders of the 2000s are not the defenders of the 80s or 90s or even early 2000s. They don't even compare. They do not compare. Even the best of today. And why I say so is because today it's all about interception, blocks, tackles. Back then, the defenders came out to kill you. And they were allowed to kill you. There was a World Cup where Pelé could not play. And the sponsor said, we can't have a World Cup without Pelé. Pelé had corns, all 10 toes of his foot. They had to strap him, and brought him to the World Cup. And that almost even finished his career further. And he was then injured again in that World Cup. He was brutally injured. Maradona was brutal. I remember when Nigeria played Argentina in 1994 at the World Cup. Sunday Ulisse was literally going to murder Diego Maradona. And after that match, Diego Maradona said, these Nigerians, they are lions. They don't care about their health or the health of the opponents. Even when the first Women's World Cup Nigeria went to, Nigeria's opponents complained about the same thing. The Nigerian girls don't care about their safety or the safety of anybody. Today, even when a player is running with the ball and he mistakenly stretches his hand and he touches the other player in the face, he's sent off straight away for what would have been a serious travesty in the 90s. And then the quality, you mentioned Maldini, Nesta, who were AC Milan stalwarts, Yap Stams, you mentioned Gattuso. It was almost as if AC Milan were the worst of that era. But they were frightening defenders. In Nigeria had defenders that would make you thought Taribo West was fearful. Did you play against Christian Chukwu? Did you play against those guys? Or even Stephen Keshi in his prime, because he also played in defense. He played both in defense and in defensive midfield. So, football has changed a whole lot. Protection for the players, you mentioned it. It has tremendously shifted the advantage to offensive players. And that is why, when was the last time a defensive player won the Ballon d'Or? I think it was Italian. Cannavaro. I think that was the last guy.
Last time.
Defenders don't really, they are essentially on the receiving end. And again, I think Adeze mentioned it slightly. Medicine has changed. In the 90s, if you got injured, you were out for much longer. For much, much longer. Because medical advances were not as big as now. Now, you see serious injuries that would have taken months in the 80s and 90s. You are back in a few weeks. There was a time when Lionel Messi was even referred to as a bionic man, and all of that. So there's so much improvement, nutrition, all of that. The quality of the pitch, Adeze mentioned, the quality of the ball. The ball since the early 2000s, from Korea, Japan 2002, FIFA has made it an aim, and World Football Governing Body, to ensure that balls are a nightmare for goalkeepers with unpredictable flight patterns. And that has been every ball by Adidas, Nike, the Holland Woodies, World Cup balls, European balls, league balls. They are all produced to embarrass goalkeepers and increase goal scoring. You needed to harp on that. If you had harped on that, that probably would have helped you better. It's not the same ball. The ball has changed completely. The aerodynamics of the ball has changed tremendously. Yeah, and you probably would have also mentioned the post. The post has been expanded over time. And notably, even Sepp Blatter had tried to even expand it. I think 2000, I think in 2000, when was that? Late 90s. I think he tried to expand it further. And was that 2000 and something? And he was, there was an uproar. But even then, the posts have had some slight tweaking to its dimension globally. So all these things come together to the advantage of people who have both natural ability and who put in the work. So they score more goals. But I would have expected, would have mentioned players like Diego Maradona. He played before this time. His last World Cup was '94. He was awesome, and he did amazing things that even Lionel Messi tried to emulate. These are things that could have factored into your favor. You didn't do that much.
Just one more thing.
Yes.
Sorry,
yeah.
I missed that, and I thought from the beginning of the argument that was something I said I was going to mention on the microphone. I thought Molat should have had that too, and that's the fact that today, when you see Ronaldo and Messi, right? When you now see who is the closest to them in their generation, who's number 3? Christiano's now start going, oh, is it Neymar? Oh, is it Lewandowski? Oh, is it Luka Modric? Nobody has been consistent enough to be a close third best, sorry. But the generation before, Figo, Ronaldo de Lima, Zidane. So to win back-to-back Ballon d'Ors that year was the most difficult thing in the world, because the level of, if I use the word Badoes guys ever leave it, as Olami, they would love to say, was so much. Zidane, all of them were on at the peak of their powers. Henry was so good in 2004, but he still didn't win the award.
And to your point, as awesome as Pelé was, we talk about Pelé, but did you see Didi play? Did you see Vava play? Did you see Garrincha play? Did you see Mario Zagallo play? Those guys were his teammates, and they were all awesome in their prime. So a lot, football has changed. But excellent work by the two of you. Congratulations again, Prosper. You may go. You are done. Molat, we will find out whether you will remain in this battle or not. Okay? You've come, you've seen, you haven't conquered, but maybe hope still remains. It's in the hands of these individuals on the panel now. Prosper, you may step out, and as you step out, I'll see you in the next round. Please call. Who's that from the previous battle? That's Adewale. We'll be right back after this.
From dusk till dawn, we put you first with the best program.
them. Lush hair. Be beautiful.
Many people are in business, but not everyone means business. The people who mean business never say no to money, cash, card, or transfer. These ones grab business opportunities with their full chest. Keep an eye on things that matter like people, cash flow, and how it all adds up. They do not only know their onions, they know their numbers. They mean business. With Number, you mean business. Visit www.number.com, that is NOMBA, number.com to get started.
itel TV, it's time to enjoy better life with itel TV. Go for itel TV, buy itel TV, and enjoy itel TV. Wow, itel TV, the best for home offices and other places are of different types: 19 inches, 32 inches, and 43 inches, with super bright and perfect sound quality. It's durable, also affordable. This is the best time to buy all range of itel TV. Don't buy just any TV. Buy itel TV. itel, enjoy better life.
I find the strength I need every time that I look into your eyes. And when the night comes, you hold me in your arms and you say, I'll never let you go, my sweet baby. You'll never let me down. No matter what I do, you love me unconditionally. You show up for me every day, no matter when I show you.
A mother's love is unconditional. Nothing serves this love better than a bowl of Indomie. So, show some love with Indomie.
Anti-wait, straight to the point, we no get time to waste. I feel like you get to your number. Star 711.
It is safe and secure. So many things you can do, it is pure. And it's so easy to remember.
Star 711. Oh yeah, you want to pay your bills, send and receive money. I be you need to check your balance. Star 711.
It's so easy to recharge my phone. I can close my eyes, open my account, and I'm good to go.
Star 711. Oh yeah, tell me the number. Star 711. It's easy to remember. Star 711. No more banking wahala. Star 711.
Keystone Bank, we grow together. Heineken is specially brewed with 100% natural ingredients for that ever-refreshing first sip of...
This is a beer ad, right? I need more passion, more sound effect, more genge, more!
Specially brewed with 100% natural ingredients. A unique horizontal brewing process that delivers that refreshing first sip of Heineken.
Perfect!
Heineken, not for sale to persons under the age of 18. Enjoy responsibly.
Wake up! Dad, wake up! Wake up! Conga is here!
Enjoy the Conga Media Shopping Festival deals and free delivery in Lagos, Abuja, and Port Harcourt. Plus a 10% discount when you pay with your Access Bank card from now to the 30th of June. Conga, the e-commerce group you trust.
You know us in Port Harcourt.
My name is Eno Ugbevire.
I'm Gabriella Anyamu.
My name is Adedayo Ilushapi.
You know us in Lagos.
Hi, I'm Sheriff Quadri.
My name is Joyce Onyemoa.
I am Sandra Ezekwesili.
You know us in Abuja.
I am Femi D. Amele.
Hello everyone, my name is Swat.
My name is Kimberly Machuku.
Every day, our presenters in your city bring you real, in-depth talk on the biggest topics.
But this June, you'll hear all our presenters from all our cities at the same time. Join us at Nigeria Info's Roundtable.
For 3 days, let's talk about the biggest stories of the last 6 months together.
Tuesday, June the 28th from 10 a.m. to noon.
Wednesday, June 29th from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
Thursday, June the 30th from 3 p.m. to 5 p.m.
The Nigeria Info Roundtable.
Let's talk.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We're back.
We are back.
We're back on 99.3 Nigeria Info.
Hi, I'm Femi Daniels. For the last dozen
years of my media career, I've dedicated myself to raising an army, a big sport broadcast army, made up of individuals who've gone from being just fans of the game to giants of the sport broadcast landscape. It's been my pride, privilege, and honor, but my job is not done. Time to raise a new army, the next generation. Join me and my team, Femi and the gang, from 7 to 9 p.m. Mondays to Friday on 99.3 Nigeria Info for the third and biggest season of the Fan Battle. Starting Monday, June 13 to Friday, July 15. 1 million naira grand prize, a seat at the table, and you get to be part of it all. Catch the Fan Battle in football's hottest war zone, live on radio, also on the Nigeria Info app and our Facebook and YouTube live streams. For sponsorship support and advertising, call 0808 50 280 or 0809 303 1103. The Fan Battle Season 3. Let the battle begin.
Hi, my people. I'm Humble Smith, aka the Show Boy. You're listening to Femi and the Gang on 99.3 Nigerian Info.
Hi,
God
guys.
bless
I'm
you.
Victor Simeon. Keep listening to Femi and the Gang on Nigerian Info. Peace.
Hi, what up, peeps? It's your man, Vector the Viper, aka VEC, and I'm chilling with Femi and the Gang on Nigeria Info Radio.
Welcome back. Fan Battle Round 2. First night of it. Day 9 of the entire Season 3 series. And of course, we've seen 2 battles today. In the first battle of the night, Wale went up against Wasiu. Wasiu won that one. And the second battle was Prosper up against Molat. And Prosper won it. One of Wale or Molat will leave the battle tonight. Before we make that determination, we have to decide who of the 2 winners of the night has done enough to be winners or to be number 1 tonight. You saw Wasiu in the first battle. You saw Prosper in the second. Chuma, Adeze, and Sam. What am I saying? Yeah, Chuma, Adeze, and Sam.
Yeah, your points.
It's time for you. Wasiu, first battle. Prosper, second battle. Who did enough to be number 1? Who would you put at the head of the charts tonight of the 2?
Thank God this doesn't give me as much stress to have to think about us what happened on Tuesday. It's easy for me. We had a much more keenly contested battle in the second event compared to what we had at the first time of asking. So I'll go for the guy who won the second battle, Prosper, as the head of the table.
So Prosper for Chuma. Adeze is thinking deeply about it. Thinking deeply about it. You want to go now or you want Sam to go?
Let's move.
Sam.
Yeah, like Chuma said, the quality of the second battle way beats the first battle. So very easy decision for me. Prosper.
All right. Adeze, you give me some more, some in-depth thoughts.
I think the second topic was technical. He had to take you back, and then the first people talked about Lukaku, and it's a trending story.
Yep.
So it's easy for you to get whatever it is you want to get from it.
Most certainly.
These guys were put in a tight place. So Prosper, I think, will top the group for me. Yeah.
So Prosper tops the group. Just to read a comment from, I didn't get a name from this sender. I think it's a he. I'll just try to double check that. No, well, it's probably a she because the profile image is of a lady, but no name. It's never easy to compare separate eras of football. This era of football has evolved from all sides. Modern football is tactical. Old era Football is all about passion. The players today are players for today's era. Messi and Ronaldo played from the mid-2000s till date, and they've evolved their styles multiple times. I think they are shoulder high above any player in history. Interesting perspective. And to an extent, I agree, but not to the full extent of the argument. I've been a Cristiano Ronaldo fan over the years, and I do not make light of what he's accomplished. But I think there is, and I've said this before, whoever is hearing it for the first time, some people will probably hate me for it. But I think in my list of the best players I've ever seen in history, there are three people who sit at the top of the pile, and they are Pelé, Maradona, and Messi. At the pinnacle of the pile, all things considered. However, just beneath them is another array where I have Cristiano Ronaldo, where I have Zinedine Zidane, where I have Ronaldo de Lima, where I have Mario Kempes, where I have Di Stefano, where I have Eusebius, where I have these guys, great guys in their time. The reason why I put Maradona, Pelé, and Messi above them is because not only were they special and extraordinary, they were also movers of their generations. Nobody, not one person has influenced football the way Pelé did. Maradona in the 80s and early 90s, Maradona was massive. There were many footballers, but Maradona stood out. The same way Messi. It's the first time that there's been a competition between the clear competition between the top two. Usually there will be somebody at the top. It will be competitive. It didn't mean that person at the top will win all the laurels. No, they will have bad days. Again, which goes back to the argument. Those people who were at the top then, they suffered from injuries more than the two people at the top today. The best players today suffered. Look at all the careers that were blighted. Look at Gary Lineker, for instance. Or look at Marco van Basten. These were awesome careers budding that didn't go to full potential because defenders were wild and at that time. But I agree. You cannot talk about the best footballers in the world without talking about these two individuals. And I think they stand in a class all by themselves, shared by some of those people that I had mentioned. And some of us didn't really see those people play. Yeah. The quality of there was a time when football was almost as if there was cement in it. And those people
rugby.
And Pelé still scored 1,000 goals. Still, and the post was much smaller. The post was smaller. The quality of the pitch was, much worse. Was not this quality. Medical care for players was nothing like we have today. Refereeing decisions, protecting priority players was nothing like today's. But these individuals were awesome in their time. If Pelé played in our generation, if Maradona played now, you will be shocked at how they would stand out. So let's leave that argument. But I agree. It's difficult to compare generations. So many factors.
True.
But let's leave that argument for another day. So we now know who tops Group A. I mean, who tops this between Group A and B. So and here's the irony. As we go into the next round, Molat at top Group A, Femi at top Group B, but now Prosper, who was saved, is topping this battle tonight. We haven't seen who will be top dog tomorrow night. Femi will be here along with others. The wild card will also be here tomorrow. So we'll see Chinenye Udezuka tomorrow night as well. It will be interesting. This is where we switch gear and decide on who to keep in the battle. It is decided. Prosper has topped tonight's battles. So we saw the two losers. So meaning Wasiu finishes second on the night.
Yeah.
We saw Adewale, Olawale actually, and we've seen Molat. Lady and gentlemen, you need to vote to keep somebody in the contest. How do you vote?
Oh, hard. This one hard. I had to speak preaching. This one is hard.
It's between
Wale
Olawale and Molat.
I'll keep Molat. Yeah, I'll save her because she's swimming in the murky water of not familiar topic. Let me use it that way.
And to be fair, the topic was advantage Prosper actually.
Yeah, it was. It was despite the fact that he didn't do justice to it.
And you know, he was impressive. But I just feel the argument was very narrow.
Exactly.
When they could have expanded it. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah. So I think I'll save her. And again, she also has. Let me stress so it doesn't look like it's sentimental. She has the battle spirit we want.
Yeah.
You know, she's feisty, and then she's going to, give you a good run for your money. You said that, So I think I'll keep her for her energy and that battle kind of spirit in her. That is what we want. Not shouting, because I said we don't shout in our studios, but that having the ability to counter your opponent and put them in an uncomfortable place to buttress your point and try to get the advantage. So she's got that. Yeah.
All right, Sam.
Yeah, Femi. Going back to last season when Farm Battle, I think I saw Molat in a few battles, and every time I would say I've seen every advice given to her taken into the next battle, and bringing into this season again. I thought there's more than enough to suggest that there's going to be better. She's going to be better in the next battle. I think it's also very easy for me. Molat gets it. She's been quite impressive in the two battles I've seen her so far.
So there's already enough votes to keep Molat in the battle. But Chuma, do you disagree?
No, I wouldn't. Again, it goes back to the argument for me that the second battle was more classy than the first. And also, just to add, which is something you guys have outlined already, she was on the disadvantage with her own point of view to argue for, but she still gave a case. Unlike Olawale, who was on the advantage with his own point of view, but lost out. I think office work stressed him on the evening. So on the evening, Molat was better than him for me.
And so it is decided. Molat, so you are being kept in the battle. You have not gone to the next round yet. There are 24 individuals battling for 16 places. And that means 12 battles. 12 battles. We just had the first 2 tonight. Over 6 days, over the next 5 days, we will have the remaining 10. Now, from each of those 12 battles, number 1 and number 2 will go directly into the next round. Number 1 and number 2. Okay? So if number 1 and number 2 go directly into the next round from 12 battles, what am I saying? Yeah.
First, second.
Yeah. So there are 12 battles. So 6 versus 6. 6. The 6 winners, the 6 who come second will all go through. That will be 12.
We'll have 4 more slots, right?
Yes, we'll have 4 more slots. From the 12 who do not finish first or second, 6 of them who finish third will fight for the 4th slot. 6 of them. So tonight it's you. Tomorrow night there will be somebody else. On Monday there will be a 3rd person. Tuesday there will be a 4th. Wednesday and Thursday there will be 2 more, making 6. And all 6 of these individuals will come back here on Friday night to battle for 4 spots.
Don't be.
So what the panel has successfully done tonight is put you in the playoff. In the playoff. How do you feel?
Yeah, it's always great to come here and argue about sports. And tonight I have another opportunity to like go forward. So every advice means a lot to me. So I will take it into the next battle, hopefully.
Very interesting. So that means you are going to do one extra battle than most of the competitors, well, which is fine. But the lessons will help you as you go forward. Thank you for coming. The last time you were in hospital the day before, and you were here for your first battle, for the opening battle of this, and you left the hospital and you came, you did it, and you won that night. Tonight, it was a different scenario, but your quality was enough to take you through. So we'll see how that goes. It is also indicative of the fact that we have no choice at this point to say bye-bye to the other contestants who had not won tonight between you, which is Olawale Adeosun, popularly known as El Classic by his friend. His battle ends here tonight.
Maybe I didn't love you